Hello, my dear lovies. Welcome to another episode of Babayaga Speaks. And today I just want to come on here and just blurt it out and express what is happening around me, what is happening within me, in the hopes that, you know, should you find yourself in a spiritual journey, maybe you can relate with what I'm going to share with you now, or for those who have already crossed the bridge, it would be very helpful that I'd also have a bit of your support, a little bit of nudge, and say, you know what, that's a very natural process of waking up, and I'm doing fine. Because at one point, waking up and embracing more and more into spirituality, it, it gives me a feeling and a sense that I'm going crazy. And it makes it even crazier that I'm verbalizing it, that I'm expressing it. And I'm very careful around that word because that was one of my pain points. That when I was younger, I was called crazy a lot and I cried a lot. And right now I'm just feeling torn apart, um like breaking, and I wouldn't use the word confused, maybe just a little bit, because it's like I'm in a season where I'm in the middle, like the older version of me still wants to hold the belief systems that worked, and I honor them, I respect them, they've helped me so much. But there's also this version of me, one that I also love to embrace and be that version already, a version where I'm liberated, where um I can think so freely for myself, that I'm not gonna have fear and doubts, enslave me, be that more powerful version of who I am. Like, powerfully manifesting the life that I prefer. And it's hard in this stage, in this season, it is hard because, I still have that feeling that maybe I could have the best of both worlds, that I could still hold it very close to me, what success is like, like reaching goals is um, like what it means to be happy. And then there's a part of me that has an understanding that it's not about happiness. It's not about just being successful. The older version of me still wants to, fit in and just conform and belong and not disappoint or make anyone upset. And then there's this other version of me that just wants to be uh, be more like courageous and bold and daring and on fire, like almost literally on fire. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to burn like a phoenix, to light the way, to light the path. But I'm also scared because as much as these visions are like recurring, but it's scary because when I talk to people, like, are you sure that's how? you're looking at things. You will not have friends. You will be a castaway. But I have been a castaway. I had been different. And I get into trouble because of that. And now, with my intention to be the best version of who I am, carrying, you know, the calling of being Babayaga, it's it's scary. And maybe it makes it more scary because I've also been raised in a traditional religion. I'm not going to say what religion, okay? But I grew up in a traditional religion where if I say something about magic, about mysticism, about spirituality that sounds like cuckoo and woo, it's frowned upon. It's a sin. I go to hell. But I am not in that space anymore. I want to go. I have gone beyond that. I am through with it. And now it's exhausting because I'm still crawling. I'm still learning what it is really like to to just take a leap of faith. But I also understand that it doesn't have to be like jumping off a cliff. Maybe it's just like as gentle as taking the next step, or just a gentle um stepping on the next, you know, rung of the ladder, whatever you might call it. But waking up and pursuing spirituality is challenging, especially that I also carry, different things with me like generational trauma, the pain of the collective, conformity, and the fear that people will not accept me and will just reject me. A lot is going on, but I still decide to come on here and speak where I am at because I want to also mark this moment, perhaps a moment that I can remember, or maybe something that I can look back into and then remember, oh, that's my season before. And I have trust and faith and confidence that once I go through towards the other side, it just gets better. It just gets clearer. One thing that I am sure of right now is that despite the juggling and the battle between my old version of myself and the one that I really want to step into, I know that I am leaning more towards the version of myself that I prefer. Maybe we can call it the future, but ultimately that's the version of me that I want to embody, the one who embraces her gifts, no matter how difficult, no matter how people can label it as something different, being judged as crazy and being judged as like way and over the head, like very um detached from reality. It hurts just thinking about it. But, you know, I'd rather go through something like this than to stay the same and not be um not be the kind of person that I dream to be. I will not share it in this video yet, but I have seen, clearly, vividly seen a version of me that I really look forward to meet and embody. I'd very much love to share it with you, perhaps on the next videos. But right now, I guess what I wanted to share is that when when people start to choose who they truly are, when people start to own their, true self, when they start to become more and more authentic, there's going to be a moment, a season where it's just so confusing and, yeah, I don't have the words for it, but difficult and just downright knotted. But maybe it's also an opportunity for us to honor whatever it is that we feel, and then still choose to move forward, to keep going, to be set on the dream, to be the embodiment of the version of you that you prefer. And perhaps to those few people who's like really bold and brave, I commend you. I look up to you, and I want to be one with you. So lend me your strength and lend me your energy as I also go through my journey. And also, my hope with you, which is the same hope for myself, is that there will be times that we are met with doubts and fears. Like, downright, people will just tell us, what you're doing is wrong. And sometimes it can really be so convincing. It can appear like it's the only truth. But I hope that we could also reach deep down within and truly identify if what they are saying is really the voice within us, or is it just a reflection of their own doubts and fear? I wish for us, I pray for all of us to reach to a point where we can really say we are embodying the version of ourselves that we prefer, and we will be living that life that we dreamed of. Thank you so much. Sala.